just recently returned from a month-long travel and really started to explore this challenge of how do I maintain a bit of a self-care practice while traveling when your schedule is a little scattered and you may not always have a lot of space. So what I want to offer is a really short 15-minute session. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need any props. You won't even need any specific clothing. I do have a chair around, but anything that you can sit on towards the second half would be great. And the intention is really to see if we can use movement and breathing practices and mindfulness as a way to really kind of settle into our body a little bit more, to become a little bit more present, to feel a little bit more grounded in ourselves. So when you're ready, come on up to stand. Find just a comfortable stance, maybe feet about hip width or so apart. And we'll start out placing one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. And if you feel comfortable and safe doing so, sometimes there's a bit of a balancing question. You're welcome to close your eyes, but begin to gently sway your body from side to side. And with that, I invite you to just take a really brief moment to notice how you feel today. Just as you're beginning to engage with your body through some really gentle movement, how are you right now? Maybe there's a little wobbling in your head dropping to one side and over to the other. And then see if you can find this really natural, easy transition to center and even to stillness. Coming out of this swaying movement, find your way back to center and take a few deliberate breaths here. Notice if maybe your body's preference is to breathe into the belly or the chest, or maybe a little bit of both. Just feeling breath right underneath of your hands. Yeah. Make the next breath a little bit bigger still, and this time open your mouth and let it out with a sigh. Yeah, release the arms down by your sides and see if you can begin to draw some circles with just the left arm. And it's okay to start slow, just to kind of get a sense for how that shoulder wants to move, if it's a little tender or if it moves pretty easily and freely. I'm keeping my elbow slightly bent, and I'm even allowing my body to turn to the left side a little bit as well. We'll bring some breath into it, breathing in as the arm reaches up, and breathing out as it comes back, trying that just another 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And then letting that go, we'll switch right to the other side. And those arm circles on the right side. Yeah, and really allowing the body to kind of respond with any other movements. There might be some movements in the hips, a little turning to the side. Maybe even your head is looking all the way back, creating a bit of rotation in the neck. And then trying this just a few more times, bring your breath into it a little bit more strongly, more intentionally. Yeah, one last time. All right, come on back. Shake out your hips. Bend your knees a little bit and start to shake your hips. You can start with it being really small, but you can even try it a little bit more vigorously. Again, any other parts in the body that are naturally responding here, absolutely allow for that. Yeah, awesome. Shake out your hands. Same here. You may create a little bit more vigor. Shake out your arms. Yeah, if there's been any tension, any stress, this can be an awesome way to literally shake things out and off your body a little bit. Yeah, we're going to continue on raising shoulders to the ears, taking a big breath in with that. And then exhale, let them drop. Try again. Breathe in and let it go. Couple more of those. Breathe in. Let it go. And one more time. Breathe in and let it go. We'll take the arms forward and back, starting with a really small movement. Yeah. We're also going to add some breathing into that, breathing in as the arms come forward and breathing out as they swing back. That's it. And then from there, I'll offer a few other options. Arms could swing way up towards the ceiling if that feels okay in your shoulders. So the movement might be a little bigger but slower, or a little smaller and faster. You can explore with that. And then even adding a bit of a knee bend into this. Every time the arms drop down and back, you may even bend the knees into a bit of a squat. Yeah. And so within that, I'll give you a little bit of time to try just a few more rounds. Breathing, moving, starting to feel your body a little bit more. Yeah, 3 more. Feel free to even breathe out with a louder ha sound. Good, and then let that all kind of wind down. Maybe your body has its own way to add a few more movements, letting that all go. And as you come to center, see if you can take a bigger breath in and a longer breath out. All right. Let's make our way into a seated position. So see if you can gather either a chair or even a couch to sit on. And for now, I'm sitting a little bit further towards the front edge of my chair. So for now, I'm kind of using a little bit of my own back strength to support myself here. Spine is fairly long. The left arm long by my side. We're going to start out here by reaching the arm out and up. And then simply reversing that movement as the arm lowers back down. We'll bring some breath into it, so see if you can inhale as your arm reaches out and up. And exhale as it lowers down. Try 2 or 3 more of those, maybe to explore, is my elbow going to be a little bit bent as my arm comes up? Is it straight? So feel free to adjust to really make it right for your body. Yeah, now finally, as the arm comes up again, I'll invite you to stay and pause for a moment and see if you can sit just a little bit taller in your chair. We'll begin to slowly lean over to the right side, and that might just be a really small amount, just enough to create a little bit more space, a little bit more openness throughout the side of the body. If there's any way in which you might support yourself a little bit more, maybe right hand is on the seat of your chair for some more stability, feel free to do that. And then let's pause. Let's see if we can stay for just a few breaths. Make your breath a little bit more noticeable. Yeah, maybe breathing into that left side, feeling your ribcage expanding and releasing. Take one final breath here. And then as you slowly come back, I'll invite you to take your time in that transition, to center your torso, slowly release your left arm. Notice any changes in your shoulder, your arm, your hand, your fingertips. Yeah, even letting both arms be long by your sides, and see if you can notice the difference. Left side, right side. Just taking a moment to check in. And take another breath in. And another breath out. And we'll come right to the second side by taking the right arm out and up towards the ceiling. And then slowly back down to your side. And repeat, breathing in as your arm reaches out and up. Breathing out as you slowly let that go. And in your own way, try it a few more times. Maybe you're moving a little faster or a little bit slower. So no right or wrong, just your own way of responding to your body. Yeah, and then finally, we'll take right arm up to stay. And the first step here is to make everything a little longer. Lift your chest a little more, lengthen this right side. And then maybe plenty happening already, or else you might lean a little bit over to your left side now. Adjust, support. Notice what needs to be a little bit different for your body. And then we'll take just a few slow breaths. Notice if maybe closing the eyes is your way to kind of turn towards what's happening a little more. Feel sensations, notice your breath. And with your next in-breath, come on back to center and slowly exhale. Lower your arm down. Let it go. Let it go. And let it go. Both arms long by your sides. We'll take another breath or two to just check in. Yeah. Now, scoot back on your chair. And this time, find that support. So really find a way to lean back into the support of the chair. Let your hands rest in whatever position feels comfortable and easy. And then, if you like, let your eyes close. Now we'll start out by simply taking note of what's really happening in your experience right now. You may notice the floor beneath your feet, the temperature or texture of your carpet or flooring, even the temperature of your feet that might stand out. Notice the support under your thighs and your buttocks, just to really take note of there's support here that allows your body to perhaps settle and relax just a little bit more now. Even the support against your back. Turning towards your breathing now. Very, very simple. See if you can slow and deepen your breath by breathing in for about 4 counts. And then breathing out for another 4 counts. And at this point, I suggest breathing in and out the nose because it commonly helps us to slow down our breathing a little bit more. And take just another 5 slow breaths. Yeah, kind of turning your attention a little bit more fully towards your breathing now. notice breathing in and notice breathing out. Yeah. And then finally, let that fade out. Notice your natural breath now. However your body chooses to breathe right now, allow for that. Notice the quality in your breath. Yeah, now I want to invite you to see if you can find one area in your body that feels quite settled, that feels easy and relaxed and comfortable. And so it might be any part of your body. It might even be your breath in your lower belly that feels particularly easy. It might be the sensations of your body being supported by the chair. And then once you've identified that, we'll take just a few final moments here to let ourselves feel that even more, this experience of settledness and ease. Yeah. It doesn't mean to ignore other things that are happening. Quite the opposite. We might still be aware of thinking or maybe some uncomfortable sensations in the body. But we're choosing to bring that settledness and comfort into the foreground a little bit more now. Really take it in. Take another breath with it. Yeah. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining.